the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Atlanta Hawks. For the Hawks, it's been all about winning games right now. Nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. And tonight, Shaq, we're going to see Gordon Hayward, one of the most versatile, talented swingmen in the league.
First, Ernie, let's give this guy a hand clap.
All right. A
Great
hand clap.
Yes.
How about a round of applause?
Yes,
A round of applause. There you go.
You know, great to see him back in action. Takes a lot of courage to overcome that kind of injury.
Yes, he's tireless worker, and I love his game. He makes improvements to his game every single year, so this will be a lot of fun.
And now it's time for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. It's an All-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Celtics come into town for this one. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. The Hawks still playing on their home court in this one. They have started the season with gusto. 4 consecutive wins, no losses, as they battle here in Game 5 of the regular season.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, they've got to be thrilled with the way this season has started for them. They've already got some big wins under their belt and definitely a confidence booster.
And that's what they needed early on. Some performances that prove to themselves and everyone else that they have the talent to compete with any team in the league.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
We love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80-90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start, and then also they usually can sustain throughout the entire year. Here we go.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Horford is out there with Tatum. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Hayward, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. Now here's Bazemore in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Here's Smart. Rebound, Atlanta. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
Now here's Bazemore. Marcus Smart missing that last shot, and stolen by Hayward. Tatum kicks to Irving. In the corner, it's Hayward. 5 to shoot over Prince. Hayward can't hit.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Young against Irving. Young dishes to Prince. Bazemore on the wing. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Prince's shot is good.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch-and-shoot game is still his specialty.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving can't get it to go.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Shot's good from Young.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Irving up top, defended by Young. A nice shot by Irving.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
Here's Prince, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Bazemore, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the night. Outside Irving. Lets it fly, and he drops that one in.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Collins passes to Prince. Bazemore on the wing. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Bazemore's got his second basket of the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Smart kicks to Irving. Again, Irving missing.
A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open from mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
Young dishes to Prince. Back to Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
And the first one at the line is good.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
And so Young nails them both. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Now Bazemore, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Smart against Bazemore. Over Smart. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 6.
Adding to the variety of ways in which he can hurt you, Bazemore trying to become a complete scorer on all 3 levels.
Here's Irving. And the rejection by Collins.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball. John Collins, the explosive big man from Wake Forest, was taken 19th overall in the 2017 draft. Showed a lot of promise, and if there was a redo of that draft, you can bet he'd go a little higher than that.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one drops. And so Collins nails both of them. Irving with the ball. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
Here's Tatum, and he just worked New York in that last game. Irving surveying the floor. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
A strong finisher, Kyrie exhibits good body control after contact.
Pass to Bazemore. Puts up a 3. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Celtics trail by 12. Hayward with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Really left alone that time. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Prince. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Raptors. Dedmon. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Irving against Young. Irving drives in. And the rejection by Collins. And here's Prince outside. Hayward grabs the board. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 11-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Now here's Smart. After the miss from Trae Young. Tatum, good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And how about the determination on Tatum's face on that one there? The D had no chance. This kid is just too polished when he gets it down low.
Now, here is Young. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Outside Irving. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Man, it is tough holding down Kyrie. Smooth release on that shot.
Bazemore with it, now guarded by Smart. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. Great D that time from Tatum.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Step back shot. Hayward can't hit. Atlanta leading by 8. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
That one falls. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
You have to love the imagination of Kyrie, able to get off his shot in traffic.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Celtics. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks, 2 games back.
And right now for the Hawks, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
More than comfortable. They look dangerous. This isn't a team that's going away anytime soon. Trust me on that.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Shot clock at 6. And on the way from Irving for 3. That shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Young up top. Rozier defending. Morris against Anderson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And the Celtics with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Steve, in today's game, it's so important to have a high-level talent who can make contested shots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of those guys are LeBron James that make shots with guys hanging all over them. Kevin Durant because of his size. Kemba Walker, Damian Lillard. What I love right now is guys are comfortable to be able to shoot contested shots, not like we did back in the day. You would just move it and try to get a better shot.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense.
Here's Baines. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Atlanta leading by 11. And Young kicks to Len. Jacks up a three. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 12.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Rozier against Young. On the wing, Irving. Young with the steal. Carter down low, covered by Irving. A nice shot by Anderson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Celtics trail by 16.
2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first. Now here's Williams. And here is Morris over Anderson. Morris, no good.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
Irving against Carter. Here's Young. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And really a big factor in their win last time out was his work at the line.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That free throw good from Young.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Irving finds Baines. Back to Irving. Stolen by Carter. Young with no one around. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 18 points for Trae Young.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Last season, there weren't a lot of bright spots for the Hawks. Lack of focus on the defensive end all year long. And the offensive end wasn't consistent enough to overcome those defensive struggles.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Boston. Morris outside. Outside Williams. There's the pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Sinks the triple. Irving's got 17 now.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Herter, he's covered by Irving. Irving against Anderson. Takes the 3, but they recover it. Len, good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside Irving. Puts it up from 12. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Pass to Len. With the fadeaway. That one no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks taking a 19-point lead into the break. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
I tell you, on fire all period long. And this is how you want to start the game.
They built up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack mindset here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Steve, we're seeing a lot of big contracts that include a no-trade clause. Just how much peace of mind does that give a player to know that clause is in that contract?
Kevin, I'm so jealous. I wish I had a no-trade clause on a lot of my teams. Some of those teams I got traded from, I didn't want to go. And I think it does, like you said, give these players a peace of mind to understand they are in control of their destiny. And then you can see sometimes it gets a little ugly when the organization wants to trade those players, but they can't.
Well, it basically handcuffs an organization. They can't make the moves like the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony. They were tied up a lot of the times because he would say, no, I don't want to go to that particular team.
Yeah, and the Knicks, they only can fault themselves. They gave him the no-trade clause.
Right. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Irving. Off the left rim and out. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Carter. The shot off that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Len, high post. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 4 assists in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Herter, covered by Irving. Carter against Smart. Stolen by Smart. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Irving passes to Williams. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Anderson. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Atlanta leading by 21. Herter, covered by Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
A moment now to see the numbers for Irving. He's around 31 points per game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Atlanta with the ball. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now here's Bazemore. Baseline J on the way. They get...
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Herter. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Bazemore. Trying his luck deep. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta. Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
And Irving comes to help, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Jump ball. And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Bazemore. Kicks it out to Prince. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Here's Tatum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Collins on target from 13 feet. Collins has got his second bucket of the night. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Here's Bazemore. That one off the back iron and out. Boston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Smart passes to Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. Terry Rozier comes in for Irving. Both shots good from the stripe. We always hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. Talk a little bit about the unique bond that you NBA players, Steve, share.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that brotherhood is something special, Kevin, because there are guys that's going through some of the same situations you've been through, especially when you get a chance to talk to some of the veterans. And then the younger guys, when you become a vet, you share all that knowledge. And then what I love about it, that brotherhood, even when you retire, you get a chance to still keep in touch, and you see the evolutions of a lot of those players' families. You see their kids grow, and you love to still be a part of that unique situation.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Hayward, no good on that one. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Here's Young. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Knocked away and stolen by Horford. Rozier against Young. Right side Tatum. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Tatum's got 10.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Young dishes to Bazemore. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus.
Now here's Bazemore. He's got 16. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
On any given night, Kent Bazemore can impact the game a number of ways. His scoring coming to the forefront tonight.
A floater. Dedmon with the block.
And the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Tips it. Taurean Prince with the basket. Celtics trail by 20. Now Smart. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New York.
That's his first personal foul.
Rozier with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys. And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, with both parents being 5'10", Hayward was encouraged to develop his backcourt skills. Then he had the growth spurt.
Young taking his time here. Tipped away. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And he gets the bucket. Hayward's got 6 in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Prince kicks to Young. Bazemore with it. Now guarded by Smart. Prince against Horford. There's the 3. But they recover it. Now here's Prince. He's got 5. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Now here's Smart. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. For 3, Hayward, good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
Lenz checked in for the Hawks. Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. Austin also with the sub. Baines is checked in. Hayward comes with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You 2 players.
Jump ball.
So it's Atlanta now. Rozier against Young. Clock at 6. Anderson kicks to Young. And Greg was smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Tatum. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Now, here is Young. 18 points for him. 2 points. That one goes.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Here's Tatum. In the corner, Smart with it. Fires from the wing. And the shot is long. The Hawks leading by 13. Young outside. He kicks it to Anderson. And here's Len. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. From deep. Hayward grabs the board.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And the layup's good off the glass. Hayward's got 11 points.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That one good for 2. And it's now 22 points for Trae Young.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Pass to Hayward. And the layup is good. Hayward's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with him.
And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 22 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
One guy I'm looking at right now, Trae Young. He was unbelievable. Deepest range of any rookie since Steph Curry and me. The handles, understanding of the game. This kid has a chance to be special. Unlike you, Kenny, you were never special.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We return to Atlanta with a spectacular look from above. The Sky View Ferris wheel there in the background.
Catch me on stage with Be Real off 2.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics trail by 11. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. They've got Smart. Jason Tatum is out there with Hayward. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Horford in at the center filling out the middle. The lead now cut to single digits. Irving's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Celtics. Young passes to Prince. Kicks it to Bazemore. The pass to Young. Collins dishes to Young.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Young against Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford. The Hawks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Outside Irving. Out to Hayward. Offensive rebound. Horford, no luck. The Hawks leading by 8. Prince outside. Feeds to Collins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher but also enjoys attacking the rim and does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
That one misses for Collins. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Smart. Offline with his 3. Young against Irving. Here's Young. 24 points for him. Bazemore, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Hit at the end of the play. Bazemore does a good job of maintaining focus.
Young against Irving. Irving double team. Hayward outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 16 points for Gordon Hayward.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
And Young kicks to Prince. The Hawks working the ball around. Young inside. Covered by Irving. Dedman in the high post. Prince against Hayward. Prince misses. Celtics trail by 9. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Smart against Bazemore. They get a hand on it. Over Smart, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Inside, here's Horford, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Horford's got 6.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now here's Bazemore. 20 points for him. Back to Young. And here's Prince outside. The rebound by the Celtics.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
The kick out to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
And the first one drops.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice comes in for Jason Tatum. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Smart. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Dedmon inside, working on Horford. It's good. And the Hawks lead by 7. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Jump ball.
So it's Boston now. Tice passes to Morris.
Hawks foul call. Kevin Herter. That's his first personal foul.
Stolen.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now, here is Irving. 26 points for him.
The nasty handle of Kyrie uses it to get anywhere he wants.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. In the third spot, Trae Young.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Now, here is Young. 24 points for him. Carter dishes to Young.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Hayward finds Horford. Here's Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And now just a 5-point Hawks lead.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Here's Carter. Dedmon trying to break free. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's Hayward. Rebound, Atlanta.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Drains the three-pointer.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
To the inside, and stolen by Dedmon. Carter drives in. It's good from long range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Young against Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Herter, Rozier defending. One kicks to Anderson. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Irving leading the charge.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
The Hawks leading by 7. To the wing on the left. Len down low, guarded by Horford. Six to shoot.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Rozier kicks to Irving. Irving double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think the difference, Steve, between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas, and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. I think they're getting it right.
Now here is Carter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hayward right side. Knocked away. Stolen by Len. Herter. Rozier defending. Len high post. Carter outside. Just 4 to shoot. That one drops for him. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
For the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Prince is checked in for the Hawks. Boston also with the sub. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. Ball stolen. Herter, Rozier defending. Prince outside. Shot clock at 6. And Anderson has it in the corner. No good on the 3. Celtics trail by 11. On its way from Irving for 2. And Vince Carter pulls it down. Pass to Len. He kicks to Prince. Hits the jump hook. Prince has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
Irving passes to Hayward. Trying to get something going. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. Back to Prince. Len dishes to Prince. Basket good. Prince has got 4 points in the quarter.
Taurean Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hayward outside. In the corner, it's Morris. Rebound, Atlanta. Len's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Prince. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
It's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Now, here is Morris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's Prince. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Irving with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Hawks leading by 14. Passes to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Herter. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 15 points in the game.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Morris kicks to Irving. And stolen by Prince. Now Len. Inside, Carter. And he makes good on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 18.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And so it's Atlanta with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, if we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
Well, he wants his guys to just play their game.
And Brad Stevens is a realist. Kevin, he knows even if they don't get this win that it's huge that his guys at least learn something from this game.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Playing out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Rozier the pass to Tatum. The 3-pointer no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Young against Rozier. And Young kicks to Collins. Smart against Bazemore. And Kent Bazemore came into this league being known as a defender, and that's still his calling card.
Bazemore has incredibly long arms that he bothers shooters with. Comes up with a good amount of steals as well. Well, fans were worried that Kent Bazemore was going to plateau after his big contract. Put those fears to rest last season. Pretty good numbers all around for the Old Dominion grad.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore, the former National Defensive Player of the Year in college, has a 7-foot wingspan, which gives him a big advantage.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Celtics trail by 21. Smart deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Bazemore. Smart misses. And with Bazemore, he's always been a hard worker, so you figured he'd have a bounce-back year.
You don't fight your way onto NBA rosters like Bazemore had to do without a good work ethic. His outside shooting improved a lot last season. Also improved his playmaking.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You got to understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. And so Collins nails both of them. The Celtics shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Smart against Bazemore. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston.
And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Smart. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Morris, no good. The Hawks leading by 20. Young outside. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That 3 off the mark.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Here's Rozier, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul at the line for the Celtics. Terry Rozier. 2 shots.
Two.
The first free throw is good. Al Horford, he's checked in for Morris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Steps back and shoots. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Celtics ball.
Celtics trail by 20. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Young inside. Rozier defending. Young passes to Dedmon. The stupendous finish in traffic.
Good effort and energy by Dedmon. That time taking advantage of his size and strength.
To the middle. Here's Horford. Dedmon with the block. Rozier against Young. Down low. Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And above the rim finisher, Dedmon gets most of his points right at the rack.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That'll be his second foul of the game. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
It's tipped. Hayward with the ball. Pass to Smart. The dish now to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Smart. Shoots over Bazemore. Smart misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Bazemore kicks to Young. It's good from long range. Young's got 30 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his third foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Tice. Here's Wanamaker. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches. That has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right? Ripped away. The pass to Rozier. Pass to Wanamaker. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen. Here's Bembry. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
So Rozier will bring it up for Boston. A pass to Hayward, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Young finds Plumlee. Back to Young. Rozier with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
DeAndre Bembry.
2.
They're over the limit. That's his
Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those is kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
Good on the second free throw. And so it's Atlanta with it. Young outside.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
To the paint, hangs in the air. It's deflected.
Bazemore, an excellent shot blocker for his size. His 7-foot wingspan catches you off guard.
Young against Rozier. Shots good from Young.
Having a monster night from beyond the arc. He had 2 bombs in the first half, now 3 more since.
And Hayward with the stuff.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
They get a hand on it. Rozier with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. The Hawks leading by 22. And Young kicks to Len. Rozier against Young. And the shot is good. Young's got 35 in the game.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Outside, Tatum. Here's Smart. Hits the three-point bomb.
That's a three-point basket.
Here's Young.
Marcus Smart.
Dishes it to Len. Bazemore passes to Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 37.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Rozier against Prince. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also gives those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Horford. And it's Williams in for Gordon Hayward. And he makes both free throws. The Hawks leading by 21. Herter, Rozier defending. Smart against Carter, 13 feet away. And that misses badly. Air ball.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And you know Tatum wants to make a statement. Anytime he can get all the way to the rim, the D's got to have to do a better job of keeping a body on it.
Kicks it to Anderson. Passes it to Collins. Over Williams. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
You can tell they want to work the ball inside as much as possible. Seems like a great strategy given the weapons they have.
Rozier looking around. Pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Smart. That shot off, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Carter on the wing, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. We've got 1:55 left in the game. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Tatum. Kept alive.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They have a 19-point lead. And Young kicks to Prince. Young against Hayward.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Atlanta.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 17. Here's Irving. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Kyrie, an outstanding free throw shooter and very crafty, working himself to the line.
For Boston, Kyrie Irving. 2 shots.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Spellman, he's guarded by Williams. The pass to Anderson. Carter outside. Clock at 6. Launches it. And Baines pulls it down. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Hayward. Outside Irving. Tries it from the top of the key. Buries the jump shot. Irving's got 41.
A man of many moves. Kyrie's showing us a little of everything tonight.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.